So you gained some weight and now you've been trying to lose it. Your whole life seems to revolve around calories and macros and counting those calories, but nothing seems to be a permanent solution. Well, one of the reasons is because you've been focusing on trying to lose weight. I'll explain in a minute. And there are about 6 more errors that I see women making very frequently when trying to find a permanent solution to weight loss. By the way, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Lex Spoko. I've been in health and fitness industry for over 20 years now. I've struggled with weight a couple times. I've trained in bodybuilding, kickboxing, boxing. I've done it all. And I've summarized everything I know to, at this point, help hundreds of women get in shape and stay in shape. And now I share all of that information with you on this channel. So make sure to hit that subscribe and get notified when a new video comes out. All right, let's dive into the 7 most common mistakes I see women make when trying to lose weight. I've already mentioned mistake number 1, focusing on trying to lose weight. The way our brain works, you get more of what you focus on. And even though you're focusing on losing weight, the mind keeps hearing weight, weight, weight. And there's just too much focus around losing weight. Also, what we lose, we want to find. So we end up yo-yoing. How I get my ladies to lose weight is by focusing on health. When you shift your perspective and you start focusing on health, you actually start focusing on working on your relationship with yourself, accepting yourself, and moving towards self-love. When we get to that point, we actually want to be happier and healthier, and the weight just comes off. The second mistake that I see women making so frequently when it comes to weight loss is not focusing on sleep quality or quantity for that matter. For one, we've been sold a lie that we need 6 to 8 hours of sleep. No, that's for men. Women need 8 to 10 hours of sleep at night and around their period, maybe even more. Our hormones dictate how much sleep we need. And I know, ladies, it's sometimes hard to admit I would love to run on 6 hours of sleep, but that's just not how our body works. And when you are lacking sleep, you are hungrier more because your body is trying to find energy from somewhere. And it's like, all right, well, she's not going to put me to bed to sleep, so I need energy from somewhere. Give me some food. So we tend to eat more when we are sleep deprived. Also, every time I've asked a woman, how would you rate your sleep from 1 to 10? They would say 5 or 6 or maybe even lower. When you're chronically sleep deprived, your cortisol is naturally up. Your body thinks that it's in a state of stress. Whether your life has stress or not, although who doesn't have stress these days, with the low sleep quality and quantity, it is almost impossible to lose weight. When the body feels under stress, when the body feels in danger, it is not going to let go any of the fat from its cells. So please focus on your sleep quality. And I believe I do have a video on what to do to improve your sleep quality, so make sure to check that out. Another huge thing that I see women make is they go on a diet and they feel restricted, they feel deprived, and they make too many changes all at once. Like, I'm starting a diet today, I'm starting my gym today, I'm starting everything today, and everything has to go big. No, there is no go big or go home. It's go small and stay consistent. Instead of dieting, instead of feeling restricted, instead of starting all at once, please make small changes instead. So if a diet that you are wanting to try out says eat 3 servings of fruits and veggies a day, and currently you don't eat any, disregard all the other things that the diet says and just focus on fruits and veggies. And again, refer to number 1. If you focus on your health, you'll know what to eat, you'll get away from food addiction, and you'll actually love the food. Also, eating diet food when that's not your norm will never last. That is why you end up feeling restricted and deprived, and you don't feel satiated with the food ever because you're still addicted to pastas and breads and all this food that creates addiction. And changing that too quickly is not allowing your brain or your taste buds to change, or your habits to change for that matter, because it takes time to change. So please make sure you're making small, consistent changes. I call that with my clients SCA, small, consistent action. Then if you can remember SCA, you'll be good. And another way you can change the way you're eating is slowly adding new recipes. So maybe once, maybe twice a week, you try a new recipe. And if you feel overwhelmed with Pinterest and all these recipes and you just don't know where to start and you maybe look at some of them but never take action, I got you. I am a lazy cook, but I know how to make healthy food taste good. Therefore, I have a recipe book out. It's got dinners, it's got desserts, it's got dips, all of them with 5 ingredients or less. And it comes with an explanation on how to implement this slowly. Super yummy stuff. I'll leave the links in the description if that's what interests you. All right, the next error/mistake that I see women make when trying to lose weight is counting calories. It is not about how much of something you eat. It is about what you eat. Refer to number 1. Don't focus on weight loss, focus on your health. What I see happening when we're counting calories, and been there, done that years ago, it becomes obsessive. I couldn't take a bite of food without first inputting it into my little calculator or the app. I don't even remember what it was anymore. But what happens is that's not natural. That is not, again, how we enjoy life, and the food is just a part of our life. That is, again, how food and calories become what our life revolves around. And you've been lied to, because when you're focusing on calories, you're not focusing on what you're eating, you're focusing on how much you're eating. So you're still trying to fit in that cheesecake. You're still trying to fit in all the food that you're addicted to, instead of focusing on slowly getting away from food addiction and moving to food that's healing your body and releasing body fat. Okay, the next big mistake that I see women make when trying to lose weight is they don't lift weights because they're afraid of becoming too bulky. And oh my goodness, if I had a penny for every time I heard a woman say this. For one, you cannot become bulky overnight. I always tell my ladies, well, if you happen to wake up one day, look in the mirror and go, oh my gosh, where did all these muscles come from? We'll adjust your workout regimen. Until then, you're safe, because it just doesn't happen. When you see bodybuilders, whether they're men or women, this is years of dedication, and quite often, especially for women, it comes with additional medications, let's call them. I'm not judging anyone. I used to bodybuild, but this is what typically happens when people are wanting to get bulky. Bulkiness and muscle mass does not happen on accident. And the second important thing about muscle is you must maintain your muscle for overall health, because once again, we're starting to focus on our health, not weight loss. And by training those muscles, you are going to burn the body fat and gain that tone effect that we all want. So believe you me, I wish it was so easy to get bulky. I would be the first in line to do that, because I do love the muscle. But you need muscle mass not only to burn fat, aka lose weight, but for overall health, and for that, again, tone look that everybody wants. But remember, making small changes. We're not going to the gym 5 days a week now for 1 hour every day. We're starting to work out till that becomes a habit. And then we can start getting into more specific workout regimens. All right, this next one is the big one. Oh my God, I think they're all big. But women who are trying to lose weight, yet they're stressed and worried all the time, or most of the time, have a really hard time losing weight. Understand that your thoughts and emotions directly affect your stress level in the body, which directly affects your weight, aka weight loss. When your body is under stress, it is not the time that it is going to release body fat. When the body feels attacked, it's using everything to shield itself. And by the way, belly fat around the midsection can also feel or act as a shield due to unresolved traumas or issues in the past. So what I do with my ladies is, one of the first things we do is we go on a 7-day mental diet. It is a way to start being aware of your thoughts and therefore your emotions, because your thoughts lead to emotions, lead to actions, or not taking actions, which then again lead to thoughts, and so on and so on. So if you're stressed out a lot and worried a lot, your body is just not going to release body fat. I'm sorry to say so. So you're going to need to find some time for you. Yeah. You're going to need to find some time to maybe relax and meditate. And by the way, self-care is not manicures and pedicures and massages, although it could include that. It is working on your emotions, on your past, on your central nervous system. That is really self-care. Taking time to breathe, taking time to meditate, Taking time to be present, maybe to make some tea for yourself and sit by the window and read. And if you're like, Lex, I don't have time for that, my life is so crazy, you have 60 seconds before you close your eyes at bedtime to take deep breaths and focus on positive thoughts. And by the way, if we have time for social media, we have time for ourselves. And let's also understand that worry does not equal care. This is a very important lesson for us ladies to learn. We feel like when we're worried about someone, we're showing love and care for that person. But that's not really the case. Worry does not solve anything. Worry is eating you up alive and creating a havoc in your body, creating a stressful environment in your body. Care is very different. I can show care by sending you flowers, by sending you a message, by calling you and letting you know that you are amazing. That's care. And by the way, has that been you? Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you are the one that's been the worrier in your family. And yes, that's a word. If you are the one that's been stressed out and full of anxiety over future. Because if that's you, we need to work on changing that. The next error that I see women make when it comes to weight loss is not changing the approach or relationship that they have with food and themselves, but keep doing the same thing that didn't work, like dieting or not changing your thoughts and all the things that I've mentioned. You have to be aware of your behavior and your thoughts around food. Are you eating out of boredom? Are you eating out of emotions? Is there a void in your life that you're trying to fill? Are you going to sugar because in the past you've always gone to sugar when you feel sad? Or maybe you always celebrate with sugar like traditionally most of us do. Therefore, when we feel happy, we want something sweet. Do you believe that there's healthy food and then there's yummy food? Because that is a very common myth that people have. They don't understand that healthy food can taste good. And it's not just broccoli and plain chicken breast, which is what people think that healthy food is. I'm telling you, I'm a lazy cook, but I know how to make healthy food taste good because healthy food is the yummy food. The problem is that these food companies create foods with fats and sugars and salt, the food that creates food addiction in us, and therefore we become like zombies. We go to that food without thinking and we feel like our life will be empty without that food. Not understanding that when we change our approach and we focus on our health and we start healing from within, not only that the weight loss will naturally happen, but you'll feel happier and your life will be fulfilled while eating healthy, yummy food. It's never good to be a food addict. That's how these food companies count on you going and becoming a lifelong customer. So maybe keeping a journal or just paying more attention, being more aware. Going on a 7-day mental diet will help you also discover how you're thinking and feeling around food. What emotions draw you to food? What are you trying to get through that food? And then what is your relationship with you? What are your thoughts about yourself? Do you shame yourself about your body? Or do you work on feeling better every day? And here's a mantra. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, or you hear mantras like, oh, I feel skinny or I am skinny. Think like, I'm getting healthier and healthier every day. And through that, you will slowly start shifting your behavior towards self-love and therefore health. And I'll say this to prove that point one more time. If you truly felt self-love, if you truly felt worthy and deserving, would you ever eat food that doesn't serve your body? No. So we all have inner work to do because that will help our relationship with food and therefore help us lose weight for good. And we all know, it's not a secret, nutrition and what we eat or don't eat plays a huge part when it comes to weight loss. And for that, I have a whole video on 7 foods to eat more of to lose weight faster and healthier. And to watch that, you can click here.